because Western media don't.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, good morning. Hope you're well. We're just test running this morning. If you give me 1 second, I shall be with you. Good morning, everyone. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is just going to be a quick 10-minute live. We've just set up a new platform, a new system, and we're just seeing if it works. So we should be live on TikTok, Rethink Drink TikTok, Rethink Drink Facebook, and Rethink Drink YouTube. So I'm probably not going to go too much into what we do and how we do it at the moment, or any of our usual conversation or discussion. But I'm just really test running the platform and the process. Okay. Good morning, good morning. Welcome TikTok, welcome YouTube. Okay, so just trying to see if we've got... Good morning, everyone. My name is Bruce Rose, and alongside Matt Brindley, I am the co-founder of Rethink Drink alongside Matt Brindley. Okay, I'll be with you in 1 second. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, someone's asking, how can you get in touch with us? The best way to get in touch with us is through our website, www.rethinkdrink.co.uk. And someone said that their son was doing the program with us. Okay, if that's the point, just send us an email, get in touch with us. hello@rethinkdrink.co.uk would probably be the best way to do that. So, okay, my apologies if this is a little bit to and fro this morning. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok this morning, so we're just trying to work through the process. Okay, good morning, everyone. Just need advice. Yep, absolutely. Feel free to get in touch. Okay, what does it we do and how do we work? We work with alcohol dependency, alcohol addiction. We work with clients who struggle with alcohol dependency. We are not a 12-step program. We're not an abstinence-based program. We use a medication called naltrexone. We work alongside an addiction specialist doctor, and we run a 3-month program, a 6-month program, or a 12-month program, depending on how much someone is drinking and for how long they've been drinking at that level for. Where do we start? Endorphin, usual place. Endorphin. When someone drinks alcohol, it produces a massive amount of endorphin in the brain. You drink alcohol, it goes into the stomach, into the blood system, around the body, and up to the brain. When it reaches the brain, it forces the brain to produce a massive amount of endorphin. That endorphin is a chemical. It makes you feel good. It gives you the buzz. It's an anesthetic. That's why we consume alcohol. When someone decides that they're struggling with alcohol, the only solution that we have available today is to stop drinking and remove the alcohol. However, when you do that, bear in mind, when you drink alcohol, the brain produces endorphin. The addiction is actually to the endorphin. When you stop drinking and remove the endorphin, that creates craving. If you've ever heard someone talk about craving, the craving for alcohol, craving for a drink, etc., 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 what is happening is that they're not craving alcohol, they are craving the endorphin that is produced as a result of alcohol. So the reason why we drink is endorphin related. The reason that people become dependent or addicted is because of endorphin. And the relapse, or the reason why someone stops and can't sustain their abstinence, is because the brain is craving and needing endorphin. So endorphin is the issue. We're not, there's a whole range of stuff around that. Is there a solution to the whole process? Most people who get in touch with us are just coming to us and saying, listen, Bruce, I'm struggling with my alcohol intake. Is there a solution to the whole process? There is a solution today that comes on the back of 35 years of research and 125 clinical trials. And it shows that the medication naltrexone, which is an opiate blocker, you take the medication 1 hour before you consume alcohol. That naltrexone, the medication, will sit on the opiate receptor. And what that does, very, very basically and briefly, is it will reduce the reward that an individual gets from drinking alcohol. The brain will still get a reward, but dramatically reduced. As a result of that, it what we call rewires the neurological pathway in the brain. And as a result of that, it removes the craving away from the whole process. So basically, the learnt behavior of addiction can actually be unlearned. So that whole structure, that whole process of addiction, people struggling. When we talk about addiction, we don't mean someone who's drinking a bottle of vodka a day, although we do work with people who are drinking at those sorts of levels. What we mean by, I hate the word addiction, I use the word dependency. When people are dependent on alcohol, they're not dependent on the alcohol, they're dependent on the endorphin. That's a sliding scale. Someone can be dependent on endorphin at 2 to 3 bottles of wine a week or a bottle of vodka a day. And we will work with clients at all different stages within that process. Okay, guys, today's a little bit all over the place. We are live on our Facebook channel. We're live on TikTok, and we're also live on YouTube as well. So hello, everyone from some messages coming in from YouTube. Okay, and this is a new platform for us, so we're just trying to get our handle on how the whole thing works. Okay, if anyone's got any questions, whether you're watching on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, please feel free to fire away. I can't get to every question, but we will get to as many as we can. My daughter has seizures if she doesn't get alcohol. Once the brain and the body become physically addicted to the actual alcohol in this situation, it's very, very important that if someone is going to stop overnight, that they only do it with medical advice. If you are currently drinking and you're looking at going completely abstinent overnight, then please, please, please do not do it without speaking to a medical doctor first. And just the question is, do I need a medical detox? Because if you do stop overnight, then there is a risk of withdrawals, seizures, which can be fatal as well. So you really don't want to go down that road. The medication that we use, someone's asking the name of the medication. The medication is called naltrexone, Naltrexone, naltrexone. And someone's saying, I can't stop drinking. I've tried so much. The reason that someone can't stop drinking, again, always remember that everything is endorphin related. So when you are drinking alcohol, it's producing endorphin. The brain becomes dependent or addicted to that endorphin. And then when you try and stop drinking, you remove the alcohol, but you're also removing the endorphin from the brain. And that removal of the endorphin creates craving. That craving will build and build and build and build. And then eventually, through a life situation or circumstance, someone will give in to that underlying process of the craving for the endorphin. They'll have one drink, the brain gets the huge endorphin reward, and you're back onto the hamster wheel of drink, sobriety, relapse, drink, sobriety, relapse. So that's the process of the relapse. Relapse is caused because of craving for endorphin. Naltrexone will regulate and control the amount of endorphin produced. We are an alcohol reduction program leading to controlled drinking. Now, our program is not, just to repeat, it's not for people who are currently sober or abstinent. If you are currently sober or abstinent, we recommend you keep doing what you're doing, stick at it, keep going. Our program is specifically for people who are currently drinking, who are looking for another option. Someone asks, is it commonly prescribed? At the moment, no. It's prescribed. We use an addiction specialist doctor who will prescribe the medication for us, who is a specialist in this area. It's not currently available on the NHS. It is coming. I did hear someone yesterday saying that they'd heard of someone through the NHS here in Scotland who had prescribed it for this purpose. So it's starting to make waves in the NHS world. The NHS world is a big, big monster. They're obviously trying to cut back on a lot of things at the moment. So there's all that side of it as well. But currently it needs to be, in most cases, there are one or two doctors who will prescribe it, NHS GPs, but the majority of the time it needs to be done by an addiction specialist doctor. And it also needs to come with a one-to-one or a proper effective support program. If you imagine a doctor is in a position where they are prescribing the medication naltrexone to be used alongside alcohol on an alcohol reduction program. So that doctor is giving someone permission to continue to drink on the medication. That opens up a whole doorway or a whole risk element for a GP. Now, the reason that the addiction specialist doctor will do it with us is that we've worked with the doctor now for 6.5 years. They know that we offer a full support package for clients, and we work very, very closely with the doctor. The doctor does the medical prescribing side of things. We look after the support program. So the doctor has full confidence and knowledge that the client is doing okay, the client's safe during that reduction process. An individual is doing well and is safe on that process. I've sent an email to you guys a couple of times, but I haven't heard anything back. Okay. Apologies if that's the case. What's the best way? Send us an email today. I'll look out for it today. hello@rethinkdrink.co.uk. hello@rethinkdrink.co.uk. Okay, another good question that always comes in. How do you know that you're drinking too much? The government standards or government recommendations are 14 units a week. That has to be our standard answer. If you're asking yourself the question, I would go down the road of asking the question, Do I feel that my drinking is out of control in any given area? Is it affecting my relationships, my work, my sleep? Am I making all my decisions based around alcohol? So I would be asking the question, do I feel as if my drinking is out of control in any given situation? If it is, maybe it's time to have a look at doing something. Okay. Okay, let me just go back to YouTube. I'm having to jump from one to another at the moment. I'm just trying to figure out how to... Let me just do something quickly. I'll do that. Right. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. And then I can do that. Okay, guys. Any questions? Please feel free to fire away. That's better. Now I can see everything. Okay, endorphin. Everything to do with alcohol dependency, alcohol addiction is endorphin related. When you drink alcohol, it produces endorphin in the brain. That endorphin is a chemical. It gives you the buzz, it gives you the reward. We do not become dependent on alcohol specifically. We become dependent on the endorphin that is produced as a result of drinking alcohol. So it's an endorphin issue. And when you realize that it's an endorphin issue and that you realize that there's a medication that can regulate and control the whole process, then we're on to a much higher success rate as people go through the process. Okay, anyone's got any questions, please feel free to fire away. Like I said, we're just test running. We've got a new platform today at the moment where we're going live on YouTube, Rethink Drink YouTube. We're live on Rethink Drink Facebook and also Rethink Drink TikTok. I'm trying to remember all these different platforms. Okay, let me just go back. Okay. Can I get naltrexone from my NHS, from my GP? It's always worthwhile having a conversation with the GP. There are a few doctors or few GPs out there who understand the process for whatever reason and are willing to prescribe it to individuals. Most of the time, it needs to be prescribed by an addiction specialist doctor alongside a one-to-one support program. Remember, the program is an alcohol reduction program leading to controlled drinking. We're not an abstinence-based program. You don't just suddenly stop drinking tomorrow and then go through the 12-step process. We're not a 12-step program. We're not an abstinence-based program. So we are an alcohol reduction program using the medication naltrexone. So if we can help in any way, if anyone's got any questions, please feel free to get in touch with us. We got a lot of questions coming through on TikTok, so my apologies that I can't get to absolutely everything, but we try to get to as much as we can. Okay. It's going to be quite a short one today. We're just test running, like I said, the different platforms that we've got. I'll be about another 5-10 minutes on that whole process. Okay, someone's asking what the cost is. We do 3 different programs. We do a 3-month program, we do a 6-month program, and we do a 12-month program. The 12-month program is more for people who we would classify as chronic drinking. In other words, probably in the region of 160 units plus per week. 160 units plus per week. That program is a 12-month program. It involves or includes daily support for as long as it's required during the 12-month period, and that cost is $1,999. The 6-month program is $799, and the 3-month program is 549. And that includes one-to-one support. It includes family support if required. It includes the doctor. The 6-month program and the 12-month program also includes group support as well. And there are other things. We've got a community platform as well that people can have access to, and there are different things with it. We do also signpost people or work closely with counselling organisations, addiction psychiatrists, so that as someone is reducing their alcohol intake, which is why the support program is so important, as someone is reducing, we need to make sure that they're reducing at the right speed, they're reducing at a safe speed, emotionally, physically, and psychologically, and we need to make sure that that reduction that people are doing okay. Now, as they are going through that whole process, it's very, very important that they get the support that is required as they go through it. There are very specific stages that people go through. There are loads and loads of different questions. When do I take my medication? The whole program is very, very different to a standard abstinent-based program where people just stop drinking. So it's really a case of working through the whole process along those lines. So again, if anyone needs any information, please feel free to get in touch with us. Okay. So someone says, good luck with the new format, off to a Spanish class. Fantastic. Fantastic. Hope the weather's good in Spain. Okay. Okay, let me just look through a couple more questions on TikTok. A few questions, people saying, how can they get in touch with us? Again, hello@rethinkdrink.co.uk. Or if you're watching on TikTok, please go to you can go to the bio, all our information is on there. If you're watching through Facebook, private message us. If you're watching through YouTube, hello@rethinkdrink.co.uk, or go to our website. There's a yellow button on the website that says schedule a call. You can book a call with us, and we'd be more than happy to have a chat with anybody. Okay, guys, I think I'm just going to wrap it up just now, purely because we're just doing a quick test run. My apologies if this is a bit stop and start this morning. I'm just trying to get used to our new platform. Okay, guys, that's probably going to do me just now. How I switch this off, I don't know. Oh, there we are. Like I said, please feel free to get in touch with us. hello@rethinkdrink.co.uk. If you'd like to get in touch with us, go to our website, rethinkdrink.co.uk, www. Obviously. Our YouTube channel is Rethink Drink. Our Facebook page or group is Rethink Drink. And TikTok is Rethink Drink as well. Okay, guys, have an absolutely fantastic day. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. Hopefully we'll get this platform more organized as we go.